Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to do another oil undercoating video, and it's actually not going to be me spraying this time. We got Steve here doing an oil undercoating today, so it's going to allow me to get a little bit better footage of a full oil undercoating job and kind of take you through some of the steps. No, I'm not going to make this long, drawn out or anything like that, but I'm going to hit every step and kind of give you an idea and talk you through what we do and how we do it here at Flippin Customized. So the victim here is a what, 2015? 2015 Toyota Tacoma. It has been sprayed once before. 3 years ago, at least?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. So it's been a while. It is due, very due. But we're going to take you through the steps of what we would start to finish, whether it was sprayed before or not. It's the same thing. It doesn't not change whatsoever. So here we go. Here it is. And first things first, we bring the vehicles in, and most trucks, some SUVs, the first thing we're going to do that actually a lot of shops aren't going to do, and I'm not naming or bad-mouthing any shops, but we're going to lower the spare. They say you can get up around it, and you can within reason with some good spray equipment, but you can only get so well. And it's just, we just feel better about dropping the spare. Does it take more time? It absolutely takes more time. But it's just something that we do here, is we're going to drop the spare. The next thing that he's going to do, he's going to open up all his doors. He's going to drop the tailgate down. He's going to open the hood and pop the taillights out. We got special attachments, and I'll show you all the attachments as we're using them as well, to go in, straight in through where the taillights are. He's going to go in the doors, and all the doors you're going to have like little, I guess, I don't know what you call them, the drain holes or the weep holes. They're up in here. See the little plug right there? You pull those out and you can fog it in there. And we're going to hit all of those. That's before the truck even goes up onto the lift. So let him get started. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, and then we'll get into some equipment and stuff. I did forget about one thing is, and we're going to use this throughout. We're going to use this throughout him doing the oil undercoating. Is he goes in with this here. It's our, I guess it's a detailer's blowgun is what they would call it. And I go through these things like, they don't last long, but they work phenomenal. It puts like a spiral effect on the air. So it's a high pressure. Go ahead, Steve, hammer it. You hear it, you can see it. It's spinning around there really fast. It knocks off loose rust, scale, dust, everything. I just want to show you that before I forget. All right, so we got our Lemmer. This is a Lemmer spray gun. It's a high pressure pot spray gun. So that's a special high pressure pot here. And they work phenomenal. I think it's a Lemmer I think it's a 460 model. Quick connect fittings, like all of our different attachments go on with quick connect. It's a super easy. And if you're covered in oil and mess and all that, it makes a huge difference. They actually have a swivel on their guns, so it's not like tangling up or anything. It's high quality stuff, and we get it all from New Hampshire Oil Undercoatings. They're a Lemmer dealer, so it's good stuff. But the first attachment Steve's going to use here is a long straight through solid wand, and it has cuts in the end here. And what it does is, go ahead without spraying it. There you go. Hard to see with the sun here, but yeah, there we go. So what it's going to do is he's going to go inside here, and it's going to spray down over that fender well, the whole deal. Then he'll pull it back out. He'll spin it over. He'll spin it upside down, so then it sprays up, and it hits everything inside as well on the top. So pretty handy tool. We just got that last year. So depending on the truck is where you can go in on it and stuff. So he kind of just going to go in, spray. It's hard to capture what's going on, but when it's up in the air, you'll be able to see it better. But basically, this fog coming out down here on the other side, it's just fogging all in here. And then he spins it over. You can see a little bit still coming out of here. And then he's going to go up and spray up above and do the same thing. So rinse and repeat, and then he'll use a different attachment to go in around the doors and everything else. All right, now, what do we use? We use exclusively New Hampshire Oil Undercoating product. It's just that's what we use. We like it. We've had great luck with their stuff. I used to use other companies' stuff. I think we started with Fluid Film 5 years ago when I started doing this, and it was okay, and it's not a bad product. I couldn't stand the smell. I wasn't super happy with its longevity. When New Hampshire Oil Undercoating Black Series came out, we gave that a shot, gave it a try, and absolutely loved it, and we haven't gone back since. Now they've added mouse out to that, which is huge in New England. With the rodents and everything else getting in the rocker panels and every other situation with dealing with rodents, it's a nightmare. And this stuff eliminates that. So if your vehicle sits more than, honestly up here, a day or two, you need this in it to save it. Even in some fancy cars, we put some in voids. You're never going to see the oil, but yet it keeps the rodents out as well. So that's worth noting as well. So yeah, New Hampshire Oil Undercoatings, and they have different stuff. They have a V3 technology, which is like it's like a hybrid type of coating that we may get into and dabble some with that as well. But for now, we just use their black series with mouse out and have been very happy with it. All right, so here's the next attachment. This 90-degree wand is super tight and getting really tight areas, and he's going up into the drain holes of the door, and it's literally fogging it to the point where he's spraying along, and it's going to be coming out of the other drain hole. And it's hard to capture on the phone or the camera here, but it is. Can you give it a spray out in the air too, Steve? Oh yeah, like that's a fog. That's a fine atomized oil coating, and it is coming out right here. You see it? Oh yeah, that's what matters. And honestly, that's what you're gonna rust is the bottom of your doors. Steve, he has got the truck up on the lift now, and basically what he's gonna do now, he's gonna be removing all his wheels and tires. Again, some trucks don't do that, and can you work around them? You can. Will you do as good of a job? I beg to differ. However, yeah, as you can see, it's in need of it. And when we have the wheels and tires off, see what he's going to do is blow everything off. See the dirt and stuff, all these areas pool in there. He's going to use that spiral nozzle and blow all this off, because 3 years, there's not a lot left of that oil coating. It's in need. So again, when he has the tires off, or he's pulling the tires off, he's going to go ahead and put these into a rotated position if the customer wants. It's a no charge. Obviously, we're right here. So if they want their tires rotated, we're going to do that at the same time. One other thing I didn't mention is when he's in here doing the doors, the hood is opened as well. And he's going to be doing inside the voids of the hood, as well as the front fenders in behind the headlights and all that. So I didn't show that on video, but that's another thing that we do before it even hits the lift itself. So again, he's taking the tires off. Then he's going to go ahead with that spiral tool, and that thing will knock off. Actually, what I'll do, Steve, when you start spraying, let me know. We'll hit some of this scaly stuff, and people can see how well it works. Okay. All right, here Steve has the flexible wand here, and this thing sprays 360, so he uses it to go inside of voids here. Again, nice fog, so anywhere as we have holes, he's going inside voids here, taking care of all of those before we go ahead and spray like the overall of the frame. Voids, places like this. He's going into like, where are these, front of the frames box? Yeah, so he'd go in this hole here. I know Toyota had a real recall on these or something. So he's going to push it as far as he can. He's going to spray inside of there. And as you can see, it's fogging and some of it's coming out of these holes. But any void and any hole, he's going to go in with that wand before we get into any type of like just wand spraying. And what I mean by wand spraying is this attachment right here. At the end, he's going to just kind of give everything where you didn't have to get into a void. Even though you can get in voids with this as well, it works really well. Sweet. All right, what he's doing now is he's using that wand. What's nice about that is you can get into all these other areas with that thing and in some of the voids, because not only does it have the flexible hose on it, has the rigid and then the 45-degree end on it, and again, fogs. It atomizes it very, very well with that Lemmer gun. So he's just going to continue on down the frame. Looks like he's starting from the back and he's going to work his way forward. And everybody has their own techniques with this as well. So we all do our own thing. And you know what? At the end of the day, don't care. As long as it gets done properly, that's all we care about. Check in with Steve here. As you can see, he's making his way down the line here. And the truck, as he continues, just keeps getting more coated and more coated. And yeah, he's getting there. Inside the frame, the channels, it all gets coated. Even we do the underside of the, ooh, I'm gonna drop my phone. We do the underside of the body as well in all these voids as well. And then into the rockers, you've got rubber plugs, and we take the rubber plugs out and we go in those as well. Well, he continues to spray. What we use is how we get it anyways. We get a 55-gallon drum of it and we pump it out of the drum into our gun, directly in our gun. We used to use 5-gallon buckets. But we ended up going through so much that we get it by the drum. And actually, I got to get another drum next week. But anyway, how much product does it take to do a full oil undercoating job? It depends on the size of the vehicle and if it's been coated before. But on average, for us, like a truck this size, you're going to be sitting around a couple gallons, maybe even a touch over that. Not surprised at all. Full-size trucks, it is going to be close to the 3-gallon range. I've even used more than that on some really crusty trucks. So yeah, it does use a fair amount of product. We will use it if it needs it. That's what it is. Price is accordingly to that. We start at $300, just so you know, and there's other people that'll do it for better or whatever. I'm full disclosure, that's where we start, and we go up to around $450 to $500 depending on dually, 1-ton truck, all that stuff. But a full-size crew cab, anything full-size big like that, it's going to run you $450. That's what it takes for us to do that. Time-wise, how long does it take? Well, again, depends on the vehicle. But the average truck, he's going to be on this truck for a minimum of 2 hours. 2 hours, start to finish. That's right. Pulling the wheels off, the spare down, the taillights are coming out, everything. Full-size trucks, you'll be at 3 hours. So we always have people drop them off the night before. We're not into busting out 10 a day, none of that stuff. That's not our only job. We have a lot of other jobs that we do here at Flippin Customized. So we're not just an oil undercoating shop. We do it as a convenience to the customers and the people that want us to do it, and we try to be as thorough as possible. With that being said, we have an extensive list of people that want us to do it. We spray outside. It's weather dependent. I'm not just rambling. I just kind of giving you guys all the facts of how we do it and everything and how it works. How it works for us, again, being weather dependent, is in Maine, well, we're going to shut down sometime in November when the weather decides to turn. You got a rainy stretch and not shooting oil undercoating in the rain. Not that you can't shoot it on a wet frame, you can do that, but we're not going to be spraying in the rain. When it's 90 degrees outside, I'm not spraying, but we do start spraying again in April. As soon as the weather breaks and the winter's over, we'll start spraying throughout the summer months when it's not too hot. And then obviously everybody does like to go hard in the fall, so we'll try to push as many through in the fall as we can. Like this week, we're basically doing them every day this week because the weather is, well, it's perfect for the late September, early October. So yeah, we'll take one more peek at it when he's done and we'll wrap it up. All right, Steve is wrapping up this one here. And so what it is, now this thing is all coated front to back. He's going through and putting his plugs back in. Any plugs that he took out, he's going to go through and wipe off like anything obvious, like overspray we have on the exhaust, just to minimize some of that smoking. Same thing as on any of the boots and the CV boots and rubber hoses. We're going to wipe some of that off as well. It just prevents some smoking and yeah, generally, it's just a clean way to do it. It's just the right thing to do. Then he's going to go ahead and put the spare tire up. Once this thing comes down, we'll kind of show you what I was talking about under the hood, as far as where we get under the hood. All right, this is what I was going to show you under the hood. Steve's gearing up with the straight wand, but as you can see, it was 3 years ago, but it's still creeping. It's still coming out of these weep holes where he went in and fogged it 3 years ago. So it goes to show you in these voids and stuff, which is very important and where you need it, it's still there. So yeah, is it a permanent thing? No, you have to repeat this every year, every couple of years, 3 years. It depends on your driving habit and it depends on the winter. But like I was saying in the fenders, he can go in here just above the headlight and kind of sneak that thing back behind there as soon as he finds the slot, and he can spray and fog inside this fender. And to the point where it is just going to come out of the hole, see it coming out of there. That's what I'm talking about. And that stuff is, you know, it's not just the spray. It's the fact that, oh, look, the fog's still coming out. He's not spraying anymore. That's going where it needs to go. He's going to go the same thing with that little fine 90-degree wand, and he's going to tuck in all these little holes here. So stuff like that, it matters. One thing we also do, we'll hit the hood latch, and we'll usually hit the battery terminals as well because it'll protect those from corroding as well. All right, so I think overview, that gave us a good overview of like where we stand and how we do it here at Flippin Customized for oil undercoating. Absolutely drop a comment, drop a question, anything you guys have for questions. I'd be glad to do a follow-up video on that. Usually if I'm doing the video, it's hard because I'm covered in oil. I'm doing what Steve's doing right now. But today he's out here doing them for me, so I'm in the shop working, but I'm able to come out here and record a video and kind of give you guys a good overview of the process and how we do it. And it time and money and product use and how much it uses, it all depends on the vehicle, the condition, everything. Some vehicles are super crusty and they're going to take And they may be an extra charge in that if it takes you an hour just to blow that thing off because they went mudding, or it's just the fact that it's so crusty, you really got to spend some time scaling it. It's just stuff we'll have the discussion with the customer, or if we run into it if we haven't seen the vehicle. But in general, we have a pretty good idea just from talking to them on the phone when we schedule it. Again, we use New Hampshire Oil Undercoating's products. Super happy with it. I don't see us changing anytime soon. Joe and his team, it's not only a local business, but they take care of us. Any questions I have, they're right there to answer me. That is huge with me. It's huge to be able to have a company that is willing to support you. That makes all the difference in the world. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. This is Scott, Flippin Customized. Take care, guys.